Hello crazy people and welcome to another day Vlogmas, and today I will be answering some holiday questions, and it's just kind of questions that people like normally ask. So I don't know, I just thought it would be fun because I absolutely love answering questions. So let's get to it. So the first question is, did a sibling ever receive a gift that I wanted? And to answer that, I'm going to have to say no. Well, there'll be times because what our family does is before gifts we look into our stockings to see like what's inside, and sometimes there will be like some years where my brothers would get a different candy than I did, and usually I wanted that candy, and it was usually something like chocolate or Reese's Pieces, or maybe something sour, and I'd have like some stuff that looks like your stereotypical girly candy. Like, it was cute, but it didn't exactly taste very good. So, I mean, if you can count that as a gift, then that would be it. The second question is, what is the best gift that I've ever gotten? I mean, when it all comes down to it, I would have to say this camera right here. Like, I use this camera for a lot, obviously with like the YouTube stuff, but outside of that, I actually love taking like photos, and like as a side hobby, at least I used to. I don't do so much anymore, but I used to do a lot of photography, and I don't know, I just thought that was very fun. I love taking pictures, and I used to take pictures of like flowers and trees and just plants in general. So what is the worst gift that I've gotten? I can't say that I've gotten bad gifts, really. Like, I can't, because I've always been grateful for like whatever I got. That's how my mom and my nana and my papa, they raised me to be grateful no matter what. So always, like, for example, was the candy thing, saying like, yeah, I may have thought like, like I would rather have, my brother's candy, but when it all came down to it, at least like I, got candy, and the candy was actually, very cute, and it was pleasing to the eyes. So I was still, like, I wasn't quite upset with the candy. It was more so, but yeah, I don't really, because any gift that I had, I found a way to utilize it. Like, for example, people may be upset if they got socks in their presents, whereas for me, I was grateful for that because, that's clothing, and that's something that I should be very appreciated of. Hard to say. At least, like, for Christmas, there was like a birthday gift that I had gotten, and it was done kind of out of malicious like intent, but even with that one, I just kind of laughed it off. And if you want to hear more on that story, leave it in the comments saying like what was the gift, and I'll tell you a bit about that story. But for now, let's just stick to, the holidays. So the next one isn't a question, but it's sing your favorite Xmas song. Well, Xmas, Christmas, and there's a lot of good songs, but my favorite is still, I would say it's still Mary Did You Know? Because, I'm trying to think of like some lyrics. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? So yeah, that's just some of the songs, and I really like it because it's very, I don't know, I always find it very sweet, and just the melody is so calming, and it's just very fun for me to sing along to whenever it comes on. I always get excited. And following that, the next question is, what is your favorite part about Christmas? And I would definitely have to say the music. Like, everything else could get a bit stressful and convoluted, but you can't really go wrong with the music. One moment, my dog is barking at something. What was I? So yeah, that was pretty much all I had to input for that question. Just music, it's like Christmas music, it's nice, I like it, and nothing can really go wrong with it. At least for me, I love all kinds of music. Next question is, when do you start getting excited about Christmas? It's really hard to say, because for a while I didn't really get excited for Christmas. Again, it was just another day for me. But I did know that when Christmas was coming, the stores would suddenly have Christmas stuff, and I guess what would spark some joy in this Grinch heart, if you want. But yeah, if there was something that sparked joy in me when Christmas came around, is when the radios would, the radio stations start playing Christmas music, and that usually happens around November. One moment, I'm getting a call. So many interruptions today. It's the fact that might be getting sick, and all these other interruptions makes it seem like I wasn't destined to make this video. But you know what, forget destiny. I'm gonna keep going with this. So let's see, what was the question? Yeah, I pretty much, music, it's music again. Music is pretty much the answer to a lot of questions when I'm asked. So the next question is, do I use Advent calendars? And I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm thinking it's those calendars that, each day, you open a tab or something and you get candy or a toy or whatever. But I gotta say no, never came across one, and never used it for around the holidays. But I don't know, maybe I'll get around to that if it is the thing that I am thinking it is. The next one is, do I have any holiday traditions? And I really can't say that I have. Well, okay, so for a lot of you who are new, if my family, we're kind of weird. We don't celebrate most holidays on their actual day. For example, Thanksgiving, we usually celebrate either the week after or the weekend after Thanksgiving. And, you know, for Easter, we don't celebrate it on Easter exactly. We either celebrate it the day before or a week after. For Christmas, we celebrate it on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas, we kind of do our own thing. And the reason for that was, and it started by, I can't remember if it was my grandmother or my great-great-grandmother, but she didn't like sharing her family. Like, she didn't like sharing us because, you know, when you get married, or for people when they get married, you know, they have to choose like, oh, where are we going to Christmas at this year? Like, are we going to Europe? For example, if I got married to Austin, specifically I use him because I'm currently dating him, but if I had married Austin, like for most families, it's like, oh, well, for this year, on this Christmas, are we celebrating with your family, or are we gonna celebrate mine, or are we gonna try to do both? And my grandmother, she didn't want that, or great-great-grandmother, still not sure. She didn't want that, so what she did, or like, you know, Thanksgiving, like, oh, we're having Thanksgiving dinner at your parents' family's place, or are we celebrating it with my family, all that kind of stuff. So, to avoid all that she just made the family, you know, celebrate holidays on a different day, so that way we could do both. She doesn't have to share her family, the other person's family doesn't have to share their family member. Like, in this way, I was able, like, that's how I was able to both have Thanksgiving with my family and spend Thanksgiving with Austin's family, and that's how Austin was also celebrating with my family and his family. So yeah, for Christmas it's like that, which I'm not sure if anyone else does that. If your family does that as well, let me know in the comments below. Okay, and this is the last question, and it's, do I prefer real trees or fake trees? And I usually like actual trees. I like the smell of them, and specifically I really like the look of the ones that have like fake snow on them, that come like, you know, with the fake snow. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that, but there's some trees where they put fake snow on it, and it looks like, for me, it looks very pretty. But that's because mainly like my favorite decorations to put on a tree is stuff that's kind of ice related. This year we had to go with a like miniature fake tree, just so we didn't have to go through the hassle of getting a real tree and then having to clean up the mess. And also we were not holding our Christmas here, we're holding it somewhere else. So yeah, we didn't get a real one. But I am tempted to get, like, you know, those car air fresheners that smell like pine, and just kind of put it behind a tree, so that way, you know, you can walk by and have like a slight hint. I don't know. It's a thought, but yeah, if But yeah, overall, I definitely prefer a real tree, and I would definitely like to get the ones that look like they have snow on them, because even though I get cold very easily, I actually like the snow. So that is all the questions I have for you today. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I'm gonna go now, so hope you guys have a nice, I still need to work on these outros. Anyway, thank you for bearing with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!